What's up, camera nerds? If you don't know me by now, my name's Cooper Naitove and I'm a photographer and DP based right here in Brooklyn, New York. Sigma has just released a trio of native Fuji Mount APS-C lenses, and I've been lucky enough that Adorama sent them to me to test them out. For their first batch of Fuji Mount lenses, Sigma has started with a 16, 30, and 56mm 1.4 prime from their contemporary line. I think big news calls for a little surprise, so to test these lenses out, I went to a farm for miniature animals. Ridge Ranch is a farm and petting zoo just over an hour and a half outside of New York City and is quite possibly the cutest place ever to test out some lenses. Before we go into each lens though, let's first talk about what they share. Mainly this is the fact that they're all part of Sigma's contemporary line. For Fuji shooters new to the Sigma brand, this means that they aren't the highest end lenses Sigma offers, but you'd be hard pressed to notice when looking at the photos they produce. That's because they all have comparable optical performance to Sigma's ultra high-end Art Series lenses. This also means that they're constructed with the everyday photographer in mind, so they're compact and built with thermally stable composite material for maximum weight savings. All three of these lenses together weigh only 2 pounds, so this makes carrying multiple lenses around a non-issue. Probably the most important feature they share is the large 1.4 aperture. Since these lenses are designed for an APS-C sensor, this is key for being able to get that beautiful bokeh that photographers love. To protect yourself from both accidental bumps and lens flares, each lens also comes with an included rubberized lens hood. But now, let's go into detail about each of these lenses. I've been doing a lot of wide-angle photography lately, so the first lens I tried out was the 16mm 1.4. With a 1.5 crop factor found on the X-T4, this lens has a full frame equivalent of just over 24mm, which really makes it the quintessential wide-angle prime. This lens has 16 elements in 13 groups, including 3 FLD, 2 SLD, and 2 molded glass spherical elements. For those of you who have no idea what that means, basically it just means the lens has been optimized for edge-to-edge clarity and is super sharp even when wide open. Somehow, even with all that glass, this lens comes in at just under 1 pound and feels super well balanced in your hands. I really enjoyed using this lens as it allowed me to get up close to my furry friends without a ton of distortion and still gave me that beautiful bokeh. The next lens in Sigma's new Fuji lineup is their 30mm 1.4. This one has a full frame equivalent of around 45mm, which makes it a great all-around lens and probably my go-to for street photography. It has 9 elements in 7 groups and displays incredible edge-to-edge sharpness, even wide open. Being that Fuji spends a great deal of effort creating cameras with a small footprint, it's important to have small lenses to match. At just 9.3 ounces, the 30-1.4 is also the lightest of all 3 lenses. And of the 3 that I tested, I think this was my favorite. It wasn't too wide, not too telephoto, awesome separation from the background, and just an all-around great performer. The last lens in Sigma's Fuji Mount trio is the 56mm 1.4. With a full frame equivalent of about 85mm, this is an ideal portrait lens. Surprisingly, this is also the smallest of the group. The 56 comes in at just 9.9 ounces, or just over half a pound, and feels perfectly at home mounted on the X-T4. It's constructed with 10 elements in 6 groups, and like the others, it's sharp as a tack. Unsurprisingly, this thing is a little bokeh monster. Wide open at 1.4, the depth of field is super shallow and really allows for some dreamy image making. I hope by this point all you Fuji shooters out there are just as excited as I am, and I just wanted to give a moment to thank Adorama for sending them to me to test them out. Sigma has been making incredible lenses since 1961, and it's about time they are available in the Fuji ecosystem. With all the important prime focal lengths covered, I think this set of lenses makes a great option for shooters looking for a beautiful set of fast yet cost-effective primes. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of Adorama's awesome content. Thanks for watching.